Good morning, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? Well, it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning anyway. Close to it. 13th of September, 2025. Shout out to the Space 1999 fanatics out there. To the modern day Alphans. To the transplanted Alphans. And to the devastated world of Earth in the realm of 1999 of space. Okay, that being said, that was my celebration for that one. We have too much crap going on social media regarding how much loyalty we had to have towards Trump and the Trumplican followers. That includes Charlie Kirk, his wife, and everybody else who thinks that Charlie Kirk should be martyred. He already had been martyred. As soon as that thought came into the guy's head, he had already been martyred. And now we got to deal with everything on it. Now we got to be terrified of everything. And now the left has to be freaked out about it because the right's doing this shit. And the right's saying, they declared war on us, they fired a shot. Not really, because the guy was white, he was young, he was pissed off, and he declared no political party. They got it recorded. We got it on record. How? They didn't get it from him, they got it through his records. They tracked his ass. But no, the right-wing media is going nuts at this point over here and declaring that the left wants to declare war on them. They want it. They've been wanting this damn thing ever since they got in office. Trying to go after people. And now they want to go after more people. They want to pick on the homeless. And deport them. And they don't care about the homeless, how they got created. They're homeless. They don't want us to bastardize the family of the Kirk. They're suffering enough. Well, shit, they've already been screwed up anyway when they got hooked up with Charlie Kirk. So, why am I not surprised? She was already conservative. He was conservative. They fell in love probably under the line of Jesus, and that's about it. But anything concerning about the political rhetoric, we're going to be waiting for it. I'm going to be waiting for it, whether or not she's going to be mouthed off or not. If she's going to go into the same damn political route to every rally she can go to, I'm expecting what comes out of her mouth is the same shit that came out of Charlie Kirk's mouth. Not about religion, not about faith, not about Jesus. That's going to be up to God to judge and decide whether or not she's actually a follower or just a mouthpiece. You put up or shut up, lady. You put up or shut up. See, if you're a Christian, you don't look for the recognition. You go in, do the job, you help others that you can. Don't seek the approval. Don't seek the appreciation. Just go and do the job and get out. You seek humility and humbleness and servitude. Jesus never said in the Bible, not even when he was doing the Sermon on the Mount, that he wanted people to be recognized for it. He would recognize them. The hearts, the intentions, the minds. It doesn't matter what kind of work you're doing. You'll still be recognized and judged. I know I'm going to be. I'm expecting to be reamed on this one. I haven't been a good Christian. I've been bouncing off left and right, telling people you're a hypocrite because you do not follow what Christ was originally teaching. You bastardized everything. And then I have to start seeking out amends and apologies at this point over here. But here's the thing. I can't apologize for it. I have to stick to my guns. I got to stick to my guns because I'm seeing my country torn apart left and right. And you guys want this to happen. You guys want this to happen on a constant basis. You wanted the war. Well, congratulations, asshole and asslorettes. You've got it. You wanted the Civil War. You've got it. We voted in tyranny because we were dumb enough to vote. We were not dumb enough to do the action of voting. No, we bought the Kool-Aid, drank it, and got poisoned by it. By Trump and the Trumplican followers and the maggots. I don't call them maggots. I call them maggots. They reproduce like flies with their thought patterns. But we're no daisies either. We got our bad times, we got our bad situations happening. But we never tried to push our religion down people's throat. We never tried to force religion in any shape or form on people. Yes, we've had religious people being voted into office and trying to maybe craft bills that'll help people out because of their upbringing. But did we ever declare open warfare like news media have, like congressional folk have, and like the recruiters have at every university and college? Kirk was going out trying to get political scores, photo ops, to prove his opponent to be more superior, morally superior than anybody else. And yet he was shot down. But unfortunately this time, somebody had to do that in person, or about 500 yards away, to make their anger and disgust. It wasn't about politics. Or maybe it was. They couldn't get any answers out of the guy. They could only look at some of the indirect stuff that they had on him. Was he right to shoot Charlie Kirk? I was expecting more and more people to argue against Charlie Kirk. That would have been the thing right there. If he gained maybe a few more brainwashed people, then unfortunately, that's what happens. I was expecting this shot to be heard around the world. What I didn't expect was Charlie Kirk to get widowed. But you start going into the time when you're going to be belly aching at people and complaining and pointing the finger. You guys keep forgetting the thing concerning about your damn hands. Because every time you have the forefinger and possibly the thumb pointing at the target, you forget about these assholes here, pointing directly back at the originator. See, I could point my finger at any one of you assholes out there. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, you're still assholes. And I can judge and I can condemn and I can throw off all the vile crap hatred over here, and I can even go after families if I need to. But here's the catch, guys. When I'm doing the finger pointing at this one, where's the rest of them going at? Me! Do you understand? Accountability, transparency, responsibility! I can do all the condemnation at this point. But always, these things point back at the originator. And that means you do. Every one of you assholes that keep pointing your fingers at everybody and blaming and judging and left and right, thinking you're morally righteous. I'm a fool, I'm an idiot, okay? I'm a liberal libtard. I'm liberal, I'm wokeism, I'm deism. I'm of the left, right-brained, but left-sided. I've been a Democrat all my fucking life. Registered since the age of 18. Not once have I voted for a Republican, because I never liked their conservative point of views. I'm progressive a bit. I believe in taxes. Taxes that should be building up our infrastructure and the services that we procure and use on a constant basis. You want your fire services? Right out of your pocket. You want medical services? Out of your pocket. You want police? Gimme. Pay for the police and protect your ass. Protect and serve. They live on taxpayer. You want the military to fight your wars? More money out of your pocket. There's no earning capitalism here. Yeah, basically in a way, this is like socialism. We pay for the services. We earn, and then we pay. We save as much as we can. Use it for other things that we need. For what we value. I have to pay off a credit card because I use it to take care of her. I put her down. She's going to be fussing like crazy because she wants to be in my arms all the damn time. I can't keep her in there because my arms get tired and sore. But regards to shooting, regards to the shooting in the Colorado school where the kid just shoots kids and then shoots himself, you gonna blame the left for that one? A 16-year-old got radicalized, he kept saying. How and why? And where the hell he got the gun from? Where'd he get the bullets? How'd he get them? From who? And why? What was going on with the kid that they couldn't even detect? Did they have enough money in the school system to have psychological programs there to possibly detect if we're going to have another possible nut job out there to shoot? Nope. Don't blame the left on this one. Blame the right. Great big beautiful bill to suck it up over everybody. And now you get to blame the other people that you voted in to suck up. The ones who didn't vote for the great big beautiful bill, you get to blame them. And you hear that? I put her down for a few seconds and she whines. Because I can't keep her satisfied enough. And that means like the right's doing the same damn shit like my dog, whining her head off. She's a dog, but if I put the political crap on her, she's a Trumplicant. She's a Trumplicant. But the difference is, she's my family, she's not yours. So I have to be responsible for this one. Am I morally righteous? Am I righteous in my morality or my anger at everybody? Am I righteous Ignatius or something like that they called it? Am I judgmental? Yep. Do I think I'm right? I think I'm full of India, but if I feel like I'm right, then I know you're going to be wrong, and we're going to have an argument, but that's it. We're supposed to have arguments. We're supposed to have discourse. We're supposed to be having moralistic discussions. We're supposed to have discussions, period. But if we can't have it, then what are we having? You blame one side where they brought a gun to the argument. Why did you bring a gun in the first place? Either to show your masculinity or to show your inferiority. If you can't debate, you shoot. You show your fear. Lack of communication skills. Lack of knowledge base. Fear and intimidation. You can't prove by appealing to the brain. You have to appeal by using the body as target practice. And sometimes there's a point reached where words are not able or available to use. So, physical contact. But is it allowed? No. But it is the last resort. If I cannot come up with a good argument with you guys, if I cannot come up with an argument in person, what are my options? Stay there and let the guy go blah, 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 blah. React to it. Don't react. Walk away. Of course, the guy can go, and I'm morally superior. I'll be looking around to see if he's got an audience. I said, and this is the guy that you wanted the word salad to be leading you? I'm out of here. He ain't worth it. Wait a second, I said. Yeah, your ego said. Your ego. Not mine. I'm not fulfilling your damn ego. I'm taking care of my own. Have a nice day. I got to mom. Have fun with the boys and girls. Me on the other hand, I'm taking care of shit I gotta take care of. Have a nice life. I control everything about you. No, you don't. I can force. You want to fight. I want to fight. And that's the point. Well, either you try to argue with a guy who's not going to be talked down. You can't walk away. The only other option is to be berated and stay there for it. As a Christian, unfortunately, we have to keep turning the other cheek until we're black and blue. There's only so much you can deal with. But here's the thing. And that level of understanding right there, what I just said about turning a chick until you're black and blue, did anybody ever capture the idea of what Gandhi was trying to do? Think of it as example, boys and girls, and learn this one well. You ever study what happened to Gandhi? I mean, a movie's good. Movie's a good thing to learn, but they got information on how they did Gandhi and how they were portraying him, and if the information was factually correct or not. Gandhi was a pacifist. He didn't believe in violence. He believed in intellect. If he couldn't argue with you, he couldn't reach your heart, then he wasn't going to reach you. And he was dealing with, in India, Great Britain's stranglehold on that country, even during a world war. World War II, in fact. And he didn't have any words of advice concerning about Hitler, except for him being a scoundrel. And others like him are scoundrels. He chuckled at it. And after Great Britain learned India's conviction of you got to see our pain, at least Great Britain grew humanity enough to let them go. And then India fell apart into Pakistan. Split off, actually. And they continued their centuries' war of sectarian violence and stuff. Gandhi tried with hunger strikes to potentially rein them both in until he was assassinated. It wasn't from his own side, it was from the other side. They've been at war with each other ever since their creation, Pakistan's creation. That was back in the 40s. Look it up, guys. I'm not doing your homework for you. Do your own homework. Then, if you've got information to share with me, you want to counter me, you want to argue with me, bring it on. Bring it on. No accusations. Give me facts, give me data. Give me something I can work and use. Because if you're not, and you're just going to mouth off, you're hot air, you're trumplicants, and you're trolls. Prove me wrong. I know you guys in America are pissed off. You're split. Whether or not you drank the Kool-Aid from the trumplicants, from the gas bag that we've got deteriorating in office, from the hateful rhetoric that we've got, and from one side it declares war on the other, but blames. Or are you going to be something else? And as for those who are watching internationally, I've apologized enough for my country, for my countrymen. I've apologized enough. You already know how I felt. You've already seen what's going on. I'm tired of it. But I'm still going to say, I'm not a Tory. I'm a colonial. I'm a guy who believes in the U.S. Constitutionalist, U.S. Constitution. I've had ancestors who fought for the Declaration and for the Constitution, who put their signature on there. I'm part of them. It's my legacy. The religious were telling me to keep my cheeks red on both sides because of the slugfest. Want me to have empathy for the asshole because unfortunately the asshole doesn't know what they're doing. Doesn't matter who, which, what. It doesn't matter what kind of designation. They're still an asshole. They can't prove it otherwise except for being belligerent, hateful, fearful, angry. Angry at themselves, but angry at the world because they can't change it the way they want it. So they got to yell and scream at people left and right. Let them do that. I'm not dealing with them. I'm not going to deal with them. They don't like it. I don't give a shit. They're going to bust through the door. Let them bust through the door. I'll be surprised. And they'll blame and condemn me. They'll judge me. Yeah. They will. One thing or another, they'll judge me. They'll judge me as not human. They'll judge me for something else. And I'm just simply going to say, that's how it is. Am I righteous? I'm a fool and an idiot. I am a Christian. But I don't shove it in people's faces either. I don't go to rallies and I don't put on a soapbox and say, I'm a Christian, you should be one too. No, I'm saying I am one. I'm supposed to be passing off the messages. But the problem is passing off the messages means we got to be putting ourselves on a soapbox. Are we doing it for His glory or for ours? And if you want to know about Jesus, open up the Bible. New Testament, 4 chapters for you to look at. And then others after that on how the followers were dealing with things after that. It's all there, but unfortunately the Trumplicants don't know how to read. Although they'll know how to quote something that they've memorized. But they got to read. They got to learn. But they can't feel it in their hearts. If they cry, are they doing it with mock tears, or do they actually have pain? A death of one is hard enough dealing with it because a family gets ostracized or separated, segregated, especially if you're conservative, I guess. Or maybe they've got a conservative family out there that'll support their ass, but they're still supporting bigotry and blaming others. I don't buy it from them. They're not Christian. They're human. They'll believe what they want to believe. They'll deal with what they got to deal with. And they'll blame others because they can't look at it upon themselves to be accountable, transparent, or responsible for their own damn words and actions. I have to be. I have to be. These videos are my testament. And if I'm wrong, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Show me what humility and humbleness is. Let me see my mistakes. Prove it to me of what you see that I'm screwing it up. By what measure? By what standards? Is it by God's will or is it by your own fucking ego? Prove it to me. Humiliate and humble me. Throw my hubris into the fire. My pride, not arrogance. Prove that I've got ignorance. But you talk to me. That being said,